Hey, it's Mikey. Let's talk about Black Ops 3 and the Nomad getting his hero gear. And even if you get a lucky shot, this challenge could end you, at least end your controller. I know it's been pretty frustrating. And remember, in order to gain access to hero challenges, you must first unlock all basic gear for all 9 specialists. Okay, once you unlock all their basic gear, then you can move on to the hero challenges. And speaking of which, I will have links down below to a playlist of all the characters, all the specialists. We've already covered them all. Let's get into the first challenge for the Nomad. For his head, you must kill 6 enemies with the Hive in a single game, and you must do that 6 times. And this is probably the second toughest challenge. I would say it's just right below getting Ruin's 6 gravity spike kills in a single game. It's right below it. Let's get into the class setup in the game mode. The game mode will be hardpoint because the spawns are predictable for the most part and people cluster up together, and the game mode lasts a pretty good while. More chances, right? Here's the class setup. I happen to like the VMP. You can really use whatever you like, but I do like the extended mags, especially if you're in the hard point. You know, you may have multiple enemies coming at you at once. I do like the EMPs for the easy score, easy assist points. It could take down streaks pretty easily, at least the ground-based ones. So I doubled up on that. Of course, standard issue overclock, you gotta have that for all the specialist challenges. We've got Ghost because once you lay down your Hive, we're gonna wanna get out of the area, okay? Wanna sneak out. So for flanking, things like that, you need Ghost. Same thing applies for Hardwired. You don't wanna pop up on their mini map if they have the 6th Sense perk. And Tactical Mask, if you're inside the hard point, you're gonna get a lot of stuns coming in, so that helps counter that. Now, where do you place your nanobots? Do not place them out in the open. You could shoot them inside the hard point while enemy are in there. That's a possibility, but you could have your kills stolen from you. So other than sticking them in there, try putting them in the sides of the hallways, high traffic areas, routes people would use if they're running to the hard point. And once you lay them down, get the hell out of the area. Force the spawns to flip to where the enemy has to pass through your nanobot pods, okay, through your hive pods. And this may take a while to get used to. If you're not, you should be used to hardpoint by now because we've been playing so much hardpoint for many of these challenges. But really a lot of it, it's not so much luck, it's you forcing the spawns to flip to where the enemy is going to have to run right through your nanobots, okay? It's going to take a little bit of practice on your part. Another big tip is once you've laid out pods, and if you happen to die while your pods are out there, never ever skip your kill cam. Watch its entire 5-6 seconds, whatever it is. I can't even tell you how many kills I've gotten by watching my kill cam, okay? Never skip it, at least when your pods are out there, because you will get a couple kills that way. And when you gotta get 6 in the game, you know, any little bit of help you can get, we'll take it, okay? Don't skip the kill cam. Another thing, building up score really quickly. You can do this by just sitting in the hard point, getting those hard point kills, jumping in and out of the hard point, let the enemy capture it. Gotta remind you, you know, every time I do these videos, make sure it's a close game. If you have a really good lead, let the other guys catch up. It extends the game time, and of course you can run in there, capture the hard point, and then step out. It's an easy 100 points right there for you. And you should be able to have about 4 hives per game. I think that's pretty good. I may do a separate video just talking about the hive, but basically try and place them on the sides of the walls, places people use for cover, blind corners. Just try not to stick them out in the open. I see a lot of people doing that. Another big thing is try and get to the next hard point and lay down the pods and get on the opposite side of that. Okay, so this is going to require you to play quite a bit of hard point to the point where you've memorized the hard point spawns, okay? Because if you know where it's going to be in 30 seconds, then you can go there and place them all down in the areas that you think are best, and then move to the opposite side of that hard point, you know, because you want to force the spawns. This challenge really does require a bit of brain power, not so much luck like the gravity spikes. Moving on to the next challenge for the body. Kill 4 enemies shortly after using Rejack in a single game, and you got to do that 4 times. So for our class setup, want a shotgun, a good shotgun. I like the Argus. We got quick draw on there and long barrel. For the ground-based streaks and for easy score to mess up their HUD, we got EMP is gonna double up on that. Standard issue overclock as usual, and we got fast hands to ready up faster, and we got the gung-ho, so that way you don't skip a beat when you're throwing those EMPs. Just spam them. It's easy score, it messes with the other guys, and so gung-ho, you can toss stuff and keep sprinting at the same time. And of course, because we're on Nuketown, you gotta have tactical mask, that's standard issue. And so the mode we will be playing is either the Chaos Mosh Pit or Nuketown. Basically, you want to get Nuketown domination, and you should have 8 to 10 chances at Rejack. Okay, that's a lot of chances right there, as long as it's a relatively close game. So tips for Rejack, I personally like to wait until the very end of the timer, so that way they use up their ammo, because a lot of people tend to pre-fire your dead body, so that forces them to use a lot of ammo. Maybe you'll catch them on the reload, and even if you decide not to use the Rejack, it messes with their head. If you fall down and you can't see the enemy, don't pull your Rejack, just deal with it. Sit there, let the timer run its full course, and it forces that guy to use his ammo and just kind of waste his time, right? Do not use Rejack if you have no idea where you got shot from, okay? You're just wasting a chance right there. The other thing, never use it in a room. Do not rush inside their, well, you can rush in their house, but do not use it if you're in a house, because the enemy has a lot of cover. They can hide from you easily. They can camp to your backside or to your side, and they're protected by a wall or something. You're better off using it out in the open. And another thing with the Argus, and the reason why I like the Argus is because it's a nice one-shot kill. That is why I'm recommending using a shotgun. When you know you're about to use your Rejack, do not fire the weapon, because if you fire the weapon, when you come back from the Rejack, what happens is you'll need to rechamber, and that's gonna knock off a couple seconds where you can shoot the guy. Okay, purposely do not shoot someone, just run right into them, because you know you're about to fall down. Sit there, let the timer run to the very last second, then pop up, jump around, move, and pull the trigger. And who knows, maybe you'll get lucky and get a double kill. So it really isn't that tough. If you guys don't have Nuketown, then maybe you can just play Chaos Mosh Pit Domination. So just to recap, do not use Rejack while you're indoors, because they can hide easily from you. On that timer, wait till the very end of it, so that way they're using up their ammo and it messes with their head a little bit. And don't pull the trigger. If you know you're about to take a fall on purpose, don't pull the trigger, because then you will need to rechamber and you'll probably die while you're doing that. Okay, so really quick, I want to remind you, I have new social media, Twitter, Facebook. I will have links to those down below, and I will probably be having a contest soon on those. Probably going to give away some codes and stuff as usual. And again, we have a playlist of all the hero gear. We've got everybody now. So I need some ideas. What should we cover next for Black Ops 3? And finally, if you could take 3 seconds to leave a like, it really helps the channel grow. Really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. All right, so on the left side there, we have more Black Ops 3 tips, tricks, info, updates, all sorts of stuff. It's a playlist. Try to keep that updated for you. You can click on the screen or links down below. And on the right side there, we have Destiny, tips, tricks, info. It's a playlist. Try to keep that one updated for you. You can click on the screen or links down below.